What up? It's your boy, Nick Incredible Man. And yes, I am back at it again. And this is 911 Season 3, Episode 18, the season finale. And I gotta say, there was a lot of moments that I really, really loved and enjoyed. And Season 4 is going to be epic when it starts and kicks off. But there was a lot of moments that I just utterly hated. Let's get into it. Man, oh man, 911 does it perfect. It's so good. It's so good. Like the season opener is always fantastic, and the season finale always ends on closed but yet open cliffhangers to kind of get you super hyped for whenever season 4 starts and get you prepared for everything that's going to take place starting season 4. And that's what they've done. They closed a lot of doors and they opened a lot of doors to get you hyped for season 4. But one of the things that I mentioned in the opening, that really teed me off, that I really just didn't like, and I was happy to have Connie Britton back, but now that she came back and the way that she came back and everything that she was doing in this episode, she could have stayed gone for all I care. Now, that's just my opinion. Some others may have felt different. I felt like they brought her back for a purpose, and that purpose was to give Buck closure. And she gave him closure, but other than that, she was just horrible. I mean, I felt everything that Buck was feeling this entire episode. Everything that Buck was feeling, I was feeling, because in that whole predicament, in the whole situation, I think I would have handled everything the same way Buck did. But it just feels so, I don't know, man, because like, she was like, oh no, you gotta let me get in there. It's my fiance. Yo, what? You leave me for 2 years and say nothing and give me with this whole lingering effect of, well, is she gonna come back? Does she still love me? I don't know what's going on. She doesn't say anything, and then you go off and have a fully committed relationship with this guy, and you're engaged. His 2 daughters are calling you, and you guys have a wonderful relationship. And what? And you just left me lingering out here in the wind like I didn't matter. We had a serious relationship. It wasn't just a fling. It was a real full-blown relationship. I was there for you with your mother. I was there when your mother died and everything. And this is how you treat me. I just felt like I couldn't trust myself with you. That ain't got nothing to do. What about me? What about my feelings? It doesn't even matter about, like Buck trying to be like selfish or anything. It's about, in a relationship, there's 2 people. So it's equal responsibility. And she didn't share any of that. She just, okay, well, I wasn't myself when I was here. I was just always helping other people, and I didn't trust myself when I was with you. So I felt if I came back, I would revert to my old self. But what about Buck's feelings? Buck was miserable for these past 2 years, man. And he hasn't had any kind of serious relationship because of everything that was going on with her. But I'm glad he got the closure that he needed. And honestly, I would have treated Abby the same way that he did. But I agree wholeheartedly with Captain Nash and everything when the train wreck happened. Was like, well, hey, Buck, we got to make a decision. We don't know. And I felt like how Buck felt was like, I still love her. And I can't just kill her fiance, because then she would automatically thought that, well, this was such opportunity. And I know that those situations come about in real life. It is very hard to choose between 2 people when you're a firefighter or a police officer and you're used to saving people, and then you have to choose a life. Well, this person has to die, because if not, then both people end up dying. So it's very hard to choose, but I would have been like, Buck, we have to find an alternative way to save both of them, and not just because this is Abby's fiance, because it's the right thing to do. Now, I feel like I'm all out of the center of the camera. Okay. But I agree with it, and then I understand where Captain Nash is coming from. You are a little emotional, a little too close to this, but in the end, it worked out fine. And I love how 911 does trauma and mass casualty and everything, and danger and everything so well. Like, man, the staff for this show, like the consultants and everything that takes place, you have to give them a major hand and major props because everything was phenomenal. And it felt like a real train accident. Like this is how it would happen in real life. I mean, I've never seen a derailment, but it just seemed like it was so real. And I love how they showed in these different little, you can't really say flashes or anything, but like these cuts where this happened. This is how this is what happened on the train leading up to the accident, and this is what happened like moments after the accident and moments before the accident. I love how that all played out. And season 3 finale was actually really wonderful because everybody's chapter either got closed or it got opened. So we have Hen doing her whole thing with the doctor, and she's still a little nervous, but at the end of the day, her saving this young boy's life in the accident, which internal decapitation. I've never heard of that, but oh my God, it seems like it is what? And you got to give a huge shout out to Hen. She actually really saved this kid's life, man. So, that really made her more determined to be a doctor. And we finally see Chimney coming to terms with that. With her becoming a doctor, and he even helps her at the end, and she's practicing, and her wife grades her test because she is a doctor, and Hen passes. So season 4 is that chapter with Hen being a paramedic coming to becoming a doctor. That chapter has closed that door and is opening another door, and I can't wait to see that chapter because season 4 is going to be epic, and we're going to have Hen either taking the test or she's already a full-fledged doctor, and I can't wait to have it happen because then that'll open the door for another EMT to join the 118. Buck and Eddie's relationship is always held strong, and it made much more evident in this episode because Eddie was like, "Hey man, are you okay?" when Abby showed up and everything. So it's always wonderful to see a relationship. See their relationship. We also have Christopher's door. He's become. Oh my gosh, did I break something? Anyway, we have Christopher's door where he wanted to become a lot more independent and not just depend on his father. And I gotta say, especially these last couple episodes leading up to the finale, that happened a lot more for Christopher, and Eddie ended up letting him go on a sleepaway camp. So it seems like Christopher's door has changed as well, and it opened the door on his independency. And that's very nice as well. Then we get to Josh. Josh finally closed his door with the guy that attacked him. He testified in court, and he really just laid it all out on the line. It was like, well, you're going to have to think about me forever when you're in that cell or that cage or whatever. And he was like, I don't have to think about you anymore. So that was good to see Josh in that chapter with the guy that attacked him. Then we get some wonderful news, man, because, it's so great. Maddie and Chimney are pregnant. I called it from the very beginning of the episode. When I was watching the episode, and she started to feel really tired, and then she started feeling sick and everything. I was like, oh, Maddie's pregnant. That's exactly what it is. And I feel like that's great because now we know Chimney felt a little down with Henrietta leaving to become a doctor and everything. She hasn't left yet, but studying the MCATs and everything. And he was a little down. But now that can take his focus off everything, and he has a child on the way, and it's so epic. So season 4 is going to be, so much stuff is going on. Buck is open to new relationships. Eddie's probably going to find a relationship now because Christopher's more independent. Maddie and Chimney are pregnant. Henrietta's going to be a doctor. We see Michael he's not a clean bill of health, but like the tumor has shrunk down considerably. I think it's like 30%. And he's on a date with this other guy. Oh my gosh, so much is going on. We have May talking to Maddie about something. I don't know exactly what. I'm assuming she maybe wants to become a nurse or something, or a 911 operator, something. I don't know. I really want to know what she wanted to talk to Maddie about. They didn't really show too much about Harry. We didn't get anything, I guess because Harry's just like a kid. He doesn't really have much going on. But May, I don't know if she wants to go to college or anything, or does she want to be a nurse because she knows Maddie used to be a nurse, or does she want to be a 911 operator? I'm so excited for season 4, and season 3 just ended. Then we have Athena. The whole thing with Athena is weird for me because I'm starting to feel like she's kind of iffy about going back to being a cop now because of everything that happened, and she doesn't want to see Bobby worried. That was her whole thing, was that, she was terrified and she can't believe that she let that happen to herself, but she doesn't want to see the look on Bobby's face of so much terror and remorse of seeing Athena beaten and bruised like that. And and it's so sad to see her like that, because we all know Athena's a boss. Athena's a boss. And seeing her like that is very hard for me, and I'm assuming it's definitely hard for her family. But I don't know, man. I'm hoping in season 4 she doesn't. Maybe she could be like a captain or something. But I still want to see her out in the streets taking down bad guys. But like this whole episode for her was kind of like a opening for her. You can't really say a closing, because we really don't know if she's gonna still be a cop or not. But it's kind of like an opening, like an eye opener or something, because I knew the doctor was there for her. I knew it wasn't about the cases. I knew the doctor was there to check on her, because she'd been through a traumatic experience as well. She's a victim as well. He didn't rape her or anything, but he abused her just like he did these other women. And she was a victim. She wasn't acknowledging it, but I'm glad that she was finally able to talk to the doctor at the end of the episode. But like I said, man, it was a lot of closing doors and opening doors to start off season 4, to end season 3, to start off season 4, because it's gonna be epic, man. And I feel like I can't wait, because 911 is it's so good, man. It is so good. This is your boy Dick Incredible. Don't forget to smash the like button till you can't smash it anymore. Comment down below, and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of them, and subscribe, but only if you really want to, man. And remember that 911 will be back, and I will be here to review it. Peace out, man.